Hello guys, today is our first official video on this beautiful channel. I shut up, dude. I'm gonna call with my friend. He's also from my other channel I have called The Humans, which will be in the description below. You're gonna go follow, subscribe it, and check it out. There's my other channel too, and he's here. I'm not secret here, but today in this very first episode, we are gonna talk about the types of gods I have in this mythology that you guys have. I've been thrown at you lately. So the three types of gods we have are Mortalborns, like Lythera, the gods of war. Look how beautiful she looks. The birthborn gods, we have Vermora, the gods of first love, the daughter of two beautiful gods. And then we have Lunaria, the gods of the moon, and the queen of the gods. She's a voidborn god. So we're gonna be talking about these types. These are the only types we have in this entire pantheon, in this mythology I've created. Let's get into it, shall we? The first thing we need to talk about is the hierarchy of the types of gods in this entire pantheon. So we have divine hierarchy so we have the void on the very top, because the void is the creator of everything basically. And then we have the voidborn gods, which are the primordial beings of existence, which we're going to talk about soon. The mortalborn gods, which they are ascended from mortals, which we're also going to talk about. And the birthborn gods, born of divine blood. So the first type is we're going to talk about is the voidborn gods, and there are only three voidborn gods ever created, and there will not be any more in the future. So the first one, which we have, is Lunaria, as I mentioned in the first slide, the goddess of the moon and the queen of the gods. She is the first voidborn god. She was the first goddess to be born from the void. And then the second person to be born from the void, which is Amora, the goddess of love. The mother of Vermora, the goddess of first love. We're going to talk about her husband in the next class. And then we have the last being to be born by the void is Velocigoth, the god of pure evil and chaos, which we don't get to see much about him, only in the book which I'm creating called the Flamegrove of Angelus, which is an side series based on his god. So we're gonna learn more about him throughout the entire pantheon, throughout the entire books, whatever series, shows, movies are making, whatever books are making, whatever. He will be there as a whisper, not there physically, unless in his book he is. So what are they and what did they do? They are the first gods ever to be created by the void, as I mentioned in the beginning. They can shape the world, fates, and everything that makes up anything related to power. They are the primordial beings, like I mentioned. They are the foundation of all. Basically, to expand on this, they are basically the core foundations of evil, of chaos, of love, and the moon itself. Of anything that based on those references, they are the foundation of everything. And they are the most powerful deities ever to be known in the entire pantheon, because they were born for the void. So they have the voidborn powers and abilities just like the void can, but all treated to them to specific type of they are. They cannot alter their appearances, such as like they cannot change the skin tone, the sound of the voice, or the face features to make it look younger, or they cannot change the outfits. They have to look identical as they were created by the void, since it says here, since it was voids out of void. But they can only alter the heights. The reason is they could change how big they want to, how they want to be, how small, how big they want to be. But they cannot change their appearances. They cannot do that. Like a lot. And they are able to have birth children, like demigods or birthborn gods. About a lot of information about demigods. It's forbidden. Do not have forbidden it. See forbid it, because they can become the most powerful, or even these gods, even the voidborn gods, could be overcome by a demigod, unless if a god chose to raise it. For example, a friend of mine, and slash a fan, asked me, what if I was Verdant Caregiver had a son and train him to become for him to now, so throw everyone else, and they have all power, and they cannot be like stopped, you know? He can do that. That is a possibility, he can, but like I said, he's not gonna be throughout, so we don't know what his hidden motives are. But we know about what what other evil gods they want, like he has. So they can have demigods. They could also have virtual gods. We're going to learn about that later on throughout the time video, which I'm referencing a lot of things, okay? Oh yeah, and virtual gods and mortal gods can also have demigod kids. Like I said, this will get it. Only a few mortal-born gods has kids that we have known, and Lunardi is bad about it. Some has them, but Lunardi doesn't know. And that's one like hidden trail. You have to go through all my books and future series I'm gonna make and movies, whatever, throughout the future. So the next thing on the topic is the mortal-born gods. Okay, we have Lysandrel, the god of beauty. He's the wife of a mother, and all the 5 children. There are types of love. He's not a type of love. He's a type of beauty. But beauty and love work together, so it cancels each other out. And then we have Electricaia, the goddess of lightning. Look how marvelous it looks. Look how fierce it looks. Like she's beautiful. She's beautiful. Can you shut up? I'm not saying they could hear, but they can hear your side about that, y'all. But and then we have Nova, the goddess of power, like lightning, like water, fire. We get to see her in action in Tears the War and the AIDS Before War, which they will be in my Wattpad if you want to check it out. I'm not sure there will be a link, but my username down in the description below. And like I said, also gonna be on my other channel in the description below. You can go check it out. And I'm probably might go create another. I have so many Discord servers. One for my other channel, one for Minecraft World, and I'll probably make another server just for these gods, for these stories, these books, for the epic verse itself, this entire channel we are on. So, enough of all of that nonsense. Back to these beautiful, multiple gods. There's a lot more of them. So, what are they and what do they do? They are models who are accepted to God. Accepted God. Good. Excellent. That's the very beginning, the hierarchy of gods. They are what makes up the entire pattern, which, like I said, there's like a shit ton of mortal points, and in the 13 main gods, most of that is mortal point gods. Only 2 of them are mortal points gods. But also no longer in it. But that's a different story for a different time, which we do not have time for. Maybe we do if we finish go through all the slides quickly. Then I'll explain you why Wattpad isn't part of the 13 main gods and why he isn't part of the entire pantheon. If we have much time. At least. They understand humans' feelings and emotions more than other gods because it's in the name. They were more, they once humans, so they had those feelings and emotions before because they were them, and they could communicate with humans better than other VOIDBORN with one gods. They lived those lives. They bled like them. They have felt those pains. So that's why they can't stand feelings and emotions of the gods. Because it's in the name of those gods. They are gods who went through changes and tried to become gods. Because if Malvoria wants a new god to rise, they go to them changes and challenges to these future gods who are humans to overcome them. To the good. And the last god only seeks those who have like those evil intentions or those have curses that he wishes to use them against other gods. So the last god has hidden motives to take over the pantheon. He's like the primary villain in this type. We get to know about him in a 7th video if I'm not one who cares. But like if we have time at the end, I'll tell you why he's not in the pantheon anymore, why he's not 13 more. But I'm probably making an entire video. If you guys want me to make an entire video about Velocico, about who he is, like everything about him, let me know in the comments so I can plan that for the next video. And they're the gods who can choose their own paths and above fates. So no matter what the gods of fate have chose, she's not a VOIDBORN, she's a mortal. Because that's why they could choose on path. So she's a mortal void. Fate never existed until the gods of fate rose to become a god, a goddess. So they could choose their own paths and fates because the goddess of fate was a mortal, was a human before. So that's why they could choose anything they would actually do. Even if you spell something about them in a prophecy, because prophecies are, once she speaks in the prophecy, it's irreversible. They can't change it. But if she says something about one of the gods, they could go above it and they could go behind it and they'd be like, I'm not gonna do that. Fuck that. That's gonna be out the window. Excellent, right? Like, excellent. How? Even. They can alter their appearances, but they could change their skin tone, their clothes, whatever they want. And they have all the names. So let me go back to this slide and tell you each of these gods and goddesses the human names when they once were humans before they became beautiful. So, for Electricaia, her modern name was Ariaxen, Ariaxen. And you guys know how to pronounce it, leave it in the comments below because I do not know. Minerva, if you read the Children's book, her English pronounced name. Her name is Lythera, the kingdom that she lives in, and she rules over. Her name is Valthyraen. Valthyraen. Still doesn't pronounce most of the names. It's spelled Valthyraen. That's Minerva's name. And name pronunciation of it is Lythera, which is in the book Tizio, which you should read it. I would recommend it. So for Lysandrel, his modern name is, give me a quick minute to find it, is Lioren. 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 I like Leo. Let's go Leo. Sorry about that, everyone. I got into a double with my father. But anyways, yes, Lioren. That's where we left off. Lioren. So now let's talk about what they are and what they do. I think we already talked about the. Yes, we did. We did. Sorry about that. So I got interrupted. I don't remember what I did. But yeah, that's what they are and that's what the names. We have many more gods. I won't be able to talk to them too much. So lastly, we have the BIRTHBORN gods, which we have Persephone, the god of too early. See, he is the son of Seralythra, the goddess of time herself. Which all these gods I'm mentioning will be in the description below, so you go try to pronounce them yourselves, because knowing me, I can't pronounce them properly. Well, and besides the gods I have here, so you can see them here. But like the other gods that's not on this list, check them out in the description below because they will be there too. And then we have, like I mentioned in the beginning, Malvoria, the goddess of first love, the daughter, and the oldest child, Lysandrel-Lioren, and Mona. And then we have Nova, the god of mayhem and destruction. He's from a different series called Angel Series. It will be on this channel too. It will be an animation series with him in it, with an actor from the Angel, and all the 13 main gods. Pretty much it's going to be about him becoming his god, and about his adopted brother who adopted him, named Angel, who learned him who he is in the world. But like before that, you need to read his book when he was 6 years old, which in the series he's 6, but like in season 10 he's will be 16. But that book is called Nova's Due Nature Journey from the Mischief. It's gonna be a little introduction about who Nova is before everything, and a bit of all the 13 main gods and part their himself. So check that. All these books I'm listing will be also in the description and the Wattpad books. Just go check everything out in the description. All the most important details you will need to know is in the description. Okay, so what they are and what they do. They're gods who are born from other gods, like Nova, he's born from the gods of healing and the god of finding. Vemora is the daughter of the god of beauty and the god of love, the gods of love. Persephone is the son of the god of time, the gods of time, and the god of perfect timing. They can age like a normal human. Since they could age, they can also alter their appearances. So if they're like 5 years old, they could alter them to be like 60 years old. They can keep the given names from birth, like the birth-born gods can. Lunarius, her given name was Lunaria. Amores, Verasagoth. The same standards between birth-borns and void-borns. But the only difference is these gods have divine background. Lunaria doesn't, because he was a primordial being goddess. He was already born, already has like no background. She created a background with all the things she's doing. Mortalborns do not have divine background, but they do. No matter what gods they made, this specific god, they have a divine background. They have about it. They are gods who are more powerful than Mortalborns. The reason is because since they are divine gods, they have powers of both. While Mortalborns, they were given the powers. So they have more power over Mortalborns because they were, 1, already born into magic, 2, they were already born in divine lineage, and 3, they have got powers similar to what they are, and from their parents. So making them more powerful than Mortalborns, but not powerful as Voidborn, because Voidborns, they were created by the Void, they have Void powers and things like that. So Birthborns has more powers than Mortalborns, and pretty much that's what's making them unique about them. And besides, they have divine backgrounds, and yeah. So that's pretty much all the types of gods we have here. Let me go back to the very beginning. So we have covered all of these gods. It's not in this exact order because I like to set it up, besides Birthborn. Actually, no. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. So we have already. Her name will be down in the description. Lythera, goddess of war. We have discovered Voidborn, Mortalborn, and Birthborn. I think we have quite a few time. So let me give you a little information about Velastica. So he was once an original 13 main gods. This yes, the original 13 gods in one of the books. We get to see which is going to be in front on this book. He's the god of animals, he's the child god. In that book we could get to see about him. So he was one of the original 13 main gods, but he was kicked out from the entire pantheon because he accidentally let it slip that his true intent that he was to overthrow Lunaria and everyone else in the 13 main gods to rule over the entire pantheon and take over. So when he let that slip, Lunaria found it out, kicked him out from the 13 main gods, and replaced him by Echronis, the god of animals, because he was steaming a perfect timing. And so he was banished from the Flamegrove itself because they don't live in that type of heaven, or they live on Earth in a giant sakura tree, a cherry blossom tree called the Flamegrove, not the Flamegrove, the Celestial-Perez fire. So he was kicked out from the home of the gods. So he's now roaming the realms, worlds, and universe. His army of evil deities are trying to find ways to bring him back, but they don't know how to, because she set up a barrier forbidding him to enter. But only one way to bring it back is by a person who dares to save a god or goddess. Oh, not wait, but he's out there roaming throughout the realms, have not been heard in over centuries, and it's been a long time. So he's planning something, and that's why he's not longer in the pantheon. But he's in this lineup because he is a Voidborn god. He is a slow god regardless. So we'll see that. But pretty much that is pretty much it. I'm gonna end it off on the hierarchy slide. So that's all about the entire pantheon. That's all of the 3 types of gods we have in the Flamegrove of Angelus Celestial Realm. And I really hope you like this first episode. If you guys really do, you guys want to see more videos, which obviously more videos like this, going behind character analysis, behind the inspiration behind all of these characters, these books, these worlds, whatever. And obviously gonna be a lot of mini movies, mini shows themselves, everything like that. I really hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe and hit the little notification bell and the like button. You will never miss, you will never get miss anything from me ever again. And then yeah, go check out my Wattpad, which you could read all of these books there, most of these books actually, because I'm still writing current books and I'm still writing and planning to write more books. And if you have not seen my first story, that is the introduction to my musical, which I currently am writing. Well, finished, still writing. Called The Echoes of Divine. Hopefully, I could get that to be a film on the stage, and I could record it for you guys so you guys all could see it on stage. But the best bets I could do is an animation film about it. So, either one of those comes up, that's how you will see it and hear those beautiful songs. But yeah, pretty much I really hope you guys like this content. These like background characters and analysis of these characters from these books and this entire past mythology. So I really hope you guys like it. Please. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.